Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome. Oh, my microphone. Good afternoon, everybody. I just want to kind of talk about something today. As you can see, I just want to kind of reposition myself so you guys can see my diffuser. I'll stick it here. Anyway, so that you know, guys, that I am with Young Living Essential Oils, and it'll be 2 years coming out this February. And so today, I decided that I wanted to come on and talk about this, which is mistakes most MLM business have made, or in my title, mistakes most MLM businesses make. And so I wanted to talk about this because this is very dear to my heart. Let's see if I can pull my chair over a little bit more. So anyway, a lot of you probably know me from Zoom. I do. I used to do. I'm currently not doing it right now, but I've done Zoom meetings every Monday night. It was essential oil classes, and so what I would do is I would record the Zoom and I would upload it on YouTube. So you probably see me from my Zoom classes. And so today I'm here to talk about something else, and that is this title here. It's probably backwards. I apologize. So we're just gonna jump right into it. I'm not gonna waste any time here. I want to share this because there's a lot of businesses out there that are not a good business, and I want to talk about the problem with so many different MLM businesses out there. So let me just quickly go through my points, and if there's anything that's not in here that I want to elaborate on, then I will do that. So point number one of the mistake most companies make. Tip number one is they're pushy. Um, they're pushy to help themselves. A lot of the times, when somebody invites you to join their team, they will invite you, whether it's a friend that you know, or maybe you joined because you had a friend that has asked you to join and shared the opportunity with you, and then they fall off, and then you're under somebody else who they were under, and they can be very pushy. And I know sometimes, like with friends, you don't want to ruin good friendships with other people, but if your friend has offered a business opportunity to you, guess what? You have to deal with their upline and their upline. And sometimes in these kind of businesses, people can get very pushy. And they'll say that it's not to help themselves. They'll say that it is to help everybody on their team, but it's really not. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are some very generous, what am I trying to say? There's very genuine people out there that are true with their word. And, but a lot of the times people will say that because they want to look good. But the truth of the matter is that they get too pushy. And I mean, I'll quickly give you an experience. I joined a company called Legal Shield. I'm not going to say any names anyway in here. I'm not going to say anything about Legal Shield because I think their products and services are amazing. However, what I experienced in there is that the my friend's upline was pushy. It's like he wanted to get me to he says he wanted to get me to here, to here, to here, to here. But really what he was doing is wanting to get himself to here, to here, to here, to here, to here. And it's really hard when you're introduced to a business that you end up dealing with pushy upline members, right? And sometimes um they can just be pushy, right? I mean, um I've been in World Financial Group as well one time, and I didn't last long because the lady there, she got really pushy with me, and she got mad because I didn't have the ink to print out a paper, and I thought that's my time to quit. So the main thing is that people get too pushy. And it's not because they're looking out for your own good, it's they're looking out for their own good. And a lot of these MLM businesses are a pyramid scheme because they want you to go do all of the work, all of the foot groundwork while they go on vacation and they get paid just by sitting laying there on the beach drinking their margarita while they've trained you to go and do all of the footwork so that they can get a paycheck. That is called a pyramid scheme. Okay, so we know how it is with pushy people. Some people might get so pushy they might get bossy with you. Like, hey, you didn't do what I asked you to. Go out and do what I asked you to. And it's not good. If you are under that kind of a leadership that you are, I'm going to tell you right now, you are in the wrong business. They are not looking out for your good interest. They are looking out for their interest only. So so that's tip one. Let's talk about tip two. So they manipulate you. This is what people do and sometimes I hate to say it, but sometimes it can be our friends too. Because I've had that happen. I've had a couple friends come up to me in the last couple years saying, what I'm going to tell you in a minute, but it's friends. They will manipulate you to get you in on the business. So let me elaborate for a second. So they will manipulate you to make you feel great about yourself, and we should feel great about ourselves, but not through manipulation, right? So they'll manipulate you to make you feel good about yourself, so that you will join. And I'll give you my experience. um, it's that I don't believe in myself because I do. I mean, I've had to go through a lot of garbage to get to where I am. I've had to go through a lot of hell to get to where I am, to feeling low self worth, not feeling worth anything at all, feeling like an outcast. Will I be successful in business? Right? I've had to go through a lot of that crap. And so, I've had to fight because I'm either going to, one, feel sorry for the rest of my life and be down on myself and never, or I'm going to have to fight those thoughts and overcome those thoughts and get myself out there and try something. And I really had to fight those. I mean, if I didn't fight those, I wouldn't be where I am today. I'm not making residual income, you guys. I will be the first to admit that. But the fact that I am trying my own business and I am not giving up, but I'm not joining businesses because other people have asked me to join businesses. I mean, we'll get to that in a minute. But the point is that if people will manipulate you, I know that if it's our friends, I know that they mean well. But one thing I would never do is I would say, oh, I'm just going to use a name for an example. Hey, Nancy, I just joined this business and it's a really amazing business and they got great products and they give you good cash as well. And when I was planning my business and I signed up, I was thinking about you because you are really good at this. I know that you have other businesses, but I think you would do really amazing job by doing this business because you have the people skills. And so basically what that is, what I'm doing is I'm manipulating and buttering them up so that they would join my business with me. Let me tell you guys, that's something that I would never do. I mean, if I really believed something in somebody, I would be straightforward and honest about that. But I wouldn't be manipulating them so that they can join my business. It's like my friend Melissa. I would like, hey Melissa, I joined this really amazing company. It's called Young Living, and their oils are life changing. And so I believe that you have a potential to do this, but I'm going to leave it to you to really think about it and pray about it and get back to me. If this is for you, you know how to reach me, and I'd be here to support you and the best I can. Like, that's a total different way of encouraging people than buttering up and say, "Oh, I know you got the people skills. You can do this and you can do that and da 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 da." And I'm only sharing this because I will be the first to admit that I am not very popular. All right. So I'm okay with admitting that. It's okay because, I can get into the whole spiel of why, but that's not why we're here today. But I'm not very popular. And even though I have developed some skills over the past few years doing businesses, I didn't, when I was introduced to these businesses by my friends, by buttering me up and manipulating me, and, oh, you do so good at this. I'm like, no, I won't do good at this because I'm not very popular. I don't have a lot of people that would I get as a referral. And so it's not that I'm trying to be down on myself. It's not that I'm trying to be negative, but I was being real. So that's how I know that I was being buttered up and manipulated. So, and that's the thing. If somebody's buttering you up and manipulating you, they are desperate to make a dollar off of you. Okay. Now that's unfortunately that's the way all MLM businesses work is you have your upline and then you are their downline and then you have your downlines and sometimes your downloads go out like this. But what happens is that your upline is making a profit off of all of your hard work. And so that can be a good thing and that can be a bad thing, right? If there's somebody that's pushy, right? They're really wanting to benefit themselves. They might say that they're going to benefit you and they want to see you succeed, but really they want to succeed. They want you to do all the groundwork, like I said, while they get a fat paycheck while they're laying on their rear at the beach or in their home or whatever. And so um, so that's another point is that people manipulate you. And when they manipulate you, that's your red flag right there, you guys. Do not join the business. I mean, if I'm talking to my friend Melissa and say, Melissa, I've joined this amazing business and the oils are life changing and I believe that you have the potential to make money if you really try hard and I'm here to help you. But I would never butter them up and say, but I believe you can do this, you can do this, you get the people skills, because I just won't do that. I want to do business in a genuine way to help people. So, and unfortunately we don't have a lot of people out there that want to do that. They want to help themselves. So number 3, um, they get you to lie, to be sneaky for yeah, so that's another thing. A lot of businesses, especially if it's like a kind of like a legal business or if it's some kind of like life insurance business or something like that, they want you to lie. I've experienced this firsthand in the last business that I was in. They wanted me to be sneaky. And I'll give you an example. I want to invite you to something I am doing. It's a very sneaky thing because here's the thing, my uplines wanted me to not tell them what it was. They wanted me to just say, hey, Sally Sue, or whatever the heck their name is. They want me to say, hey, Sally, I just started something new today, a new adventure in my life, and I want to invite you to something. And so, like, they don't want us to be, our uplines don't want us to tell them what it is. And that's very sneaky. That's lying. Because really, what you're doing is you're saying, I want to invite you to something. And if a lot of times when somebody, if I invite you to something, you're going to ask me what it is. And I'm like, oh, well, just come out. You'll like it. Right. That's doing things in a really sneaky way. Right. If I'm inviting you to my party, I'm going to say, hey, I want to invite you to my party, right? If I'm going to do business in the right way, I'm going to say, hey, Sally Sue, I would like to invite you to my Young Living Essential Oils um, overview or class or whatever it may be. I'm not going to be sneaky about it. And that what I've experienced in some of the businesses that I've been in is that the people who were over me, they wanted me to lie, they wanted me to be sneaky, and they did not want me to tell them what it was, and they didn't want me to tell them any more information about it. Because here's the thing, a lot of people that you invite to come to an overview or a meeting or a class or whatever, they want to know what it is, and they want to know what it's about. And they told us, don't tell them, Don't tell them what it's about. Don't tell them. Don't. You can say it's a legal service, but don't tell them the name. It's like a very sneaky. You guys get my point, right? You know, I'd be like, this is Young Living Essential Oils, and this is what they are. This is what they're about, and it's really a, like I just kind of learn my skills and how to do that in a more honest, sincere way of doing that. So that's my third point, is that they get you to lie, which I'm a Christian and I don't believe in lying, right? So that just kind of is not something that I was happy about for sure. Okay, so they don't want you to tell your invite what it is. That's what I kind of already went over. So here's the result. Because of this, they are not able to maintain and keep their teamies after 3 to 4 months, 3 to 5 months. They quit and they fall off. And that's another problem with a lot of the MLM teams. If I went to my friend Melissa and I said, "Hey, Melissa, I joined this new business and it's really amazing business. And I really believe that you could be a good representative. I believe that you got the skills. You should join. I think you're going to do excellent. And actually, no, you what? I know you're going to do excellent. So you should join. Um, you got the skills, you got this." It's like I'm buttering her up. I'm buttering her up. And that's what a lot of people do because they're in desperation to make a big fat check off of me or off of you or off of my friend Melissa over there. um, but I would not do that. And myself, I believe in doing honest business. I don't believe in misleading. I don't believe in um, manipulating and buttering people up. I would say, like I told you, "Hey, Melissa, I started this new company. It's called Young Living, and they have amazing oils that are life changing. And so I would like to show you my oils." And I would do that. I like to show you my oils. But can we get together? And then when I get together with her, I'll be like, "Yeah, these are the oils. This is how they work. And we also have the business opportunity as well. And I believe that you have the potential to do this if you really work hard and believe in yourself. But that is a choice that I'm going to leave up for you. I'm here to serve you." So that's the way I do it. And that's the way we should do it, because there's a lot of greedy people out there, and even in MLM businesses, and a lot of the MLM businesses are a pyramid scheme. So I don't believe Young Living is a scheme, but that's a fight for another day, another topic, another time. So let's see. That's what happened to me. My upline, yeah, and that's where I was going with that. When you butter people up, when you manipulate people to come into your business, and you're doing it, maybe their upline doing it, so now your upline did it to you, and your upline is getting you to do it to potential prospects. It's because your higher up wants a big fat paycheck going to do all the groundwork. Oh, sorry, my microphone went off. But you guys get the drift, right? Like you get the whole point. And then that is the absolute wrong way to build a business, because what begins to happen is that when you join a business like that, and by the way, I'm not going to cut my friend up that did this to me, but it was a friend of mine, and she was bugging me. She was bugging me to do it, you guys. She was like, "Oh, you have up until this day to sign up, and it's a cheaper price." Like, don't I get it that when people want to help people save money, but I know that it was out of desperation from her because she wanted a big fat paycheck out of me. And don't get me wrong, that's how we build our businesses. That's how we build a successful team. Is you recruit people to the business to help them become successful. That's the key, is you help them become successful, not you. You know, it's key that I get a bit of money in my bank so I can put food on my table. But at the same time, we don't have to be greedy either, right? And so when somebody brings people on their team like that and they manipulate you and all that stuff, and then you got a bossy upline that's telling you to lie and be sneaky. It's like it's not healthy. It's not a healthy team, and I promise you right now, the team is not going to work. You will not be successful if you're watching this and you know that you're pushy. You know that you're scammy, and you know that you might be holding things back from your downline. Say, for example, if you can't post on Facebook, well, when we really can, it's because that person wants to do it and they want to get all the customers, right? So you know that. So it's like, I'm going to tell you right now, you are not going to build a successful business. It might all that fat checks that you bring in from pushing your team around, well, you get to sit and relax at the spa or at the beach or at the bar or whatever. You eventually, this is going to fall and you are going to fail. You want to do a business sincerely. You want to do it. Yes, we join businesses because we want to get money and make money. Absolutely. But if it's becoming a greedy thing, it's not going to work. So let's go on to the next point. Um, okay. All right. Okay. I was gonna read my tip and my idea on how to build a successful business. So I'm not gonna read from this, but actually I will. Okay, so if you want to build a successful business, and unfortunately, everything I've told you is how a lot of MLM businesses work. But if you want to build a successful business, you got to be genuine. You got to be um, you got to be happy with what you get. You can't be pushy with people, and you cannot be greedy. All right. If you want to be building a successful business, you got to be honest with those that you introduce the opportunity to. You cannot butter them up. You cannot manipulate them. You got to give them room for them to decide. And not only that, but when you build slowly, you get leverage from that. Um, when you build slowly. And what was the rest of my notes here? Um, so you gain leverage when you build slowly and run your business honestly, with honesty, right? And genuinely and sincerely, right? Because I'm telling you, all of those top sellers, and I'm not saying that all top sellers are pushy and greedy and all that, because there are some good, successful people out there, but there are a lot of them that are just kind of like dog after dogs that they're going, if they're greedy, their business is going to fall and it's going to fall hard. So you want to be building a genuine business if you ever want to be successful. And so that's just the way it is. The truth here is that you have to, if you have to lie, push or, huh? If you had to lie, push, or manipulate, you are not building a true, lasting business. Because what happens is that when you begin to push, your downline begins to quit and fall off because no one's going to put up with that kind of thing, right? And so let me just quickly see if there's any more notes. So if I got my little thing down here that says run. So those of you that are listening to this and you've been hurt by other businesses, because I've been hurt by other businesses like this. If you've been hurt by other businesses or you're thinking of starting a business, here's the problem. Let me do this first and then I'll do whatever talking I want to do. So run. If you see any of these signs that I told you, with pushing you, people manipulating you, and it's like they're really pushing you, because in my last business, one of my last businesses that I was kind of forced to join, or not forced, but like bugged like really badly. I knew it was a mistake, and so what happened was that my two uplines fell off, and then I had their upline, and he was really pushy. He wanted me to do this and this and that, and it was really all for him. It wasn't really to help me. He's a greedy man. He wants all the dough and has no interest in doing anything for his downline, because when we have a business, we have to work our butts off. Absolutely. But at the same time, we should be able to do our business at our own pace, right? So you need to run. If you're in a business that has a bossy upline sponsor, or they're asking you to lie, or they're asking you to be sneaky, or they're manipulating you, buttering you up, you need to run. Okay? What else was I gonna say? So run if you are invited to a business that is pushy. Yeah, I kind of already said all that, but that is basically all. I want to quickly elaborate on this for a second. A lot of MLM business are set up as sponsors and downlines, right? So it can be hard to find a good business with like that. Um, but what I want to say is that I have made in my life, I've made the mistake of wasting lots of money on businesses. And this is the problem because, like we have friends. And even though I said I'm not popular, I don't feel like I am. Like I have these friends, I have a few friends, but I don't have a lot of friends, right? I don't have like 25, 30, 50 friends. I don't think anybody has that many friends, let's be honest. But I do have friends, okay? I'm not this complete loser, you know, but I do have some friends. And the problem with business is that you got to get into a business that you think is right for you. It's up to you to search and seek a business that is right for you. Okay, but here's the problem. I've been in a lot of other businesses that I'm not going to mention. I made crap all money on it, made nothing on it. Another business I mistakenly got involved in. I had to take a test and I failed all four of them. And I thought I'm not going to go through that over and over. And so the mistake you do not want to make is investing money in all of these kinds of businesses because people are pressuring you. And that's another thing is if people are pressuring you, you have got to speak up, even if it's your friend. Because if your friend is pushing you to join their business and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and manipulating you, then you've got to question, are they really your friend? Are they really your friend? And the thing is that us people, we like to be kind, right? And we got a pushy friend that wants you to join their business so badly that they manipulate you and they call you and they say, you got to sign up before this date because it's going to be more expensive. Then, not, again, I understand people trying to save money, but I can see right through people, right? So, like when you got a friend like that and we don't want to hurt their feelings, the thing is that they're hurting you. They are hurting you. So you got to do this test. And I know nobody likes to lose a friend, right? So if it's a friend that's inviting you to the business opportunity and they're being pushy and they're saying you gotta sign up, or whatever, and they're bartering you up, they're manipulating you, they're pushing you, you've got to speak up and say no. And if you lose them as a friend over that, then you got to realize that they were never true friends. They're in it for themselves. Okay? So, so before I close, I want to say that you need to really decide what business is right for you, because I've made the wrong mistake of spending money in this business, and this business, and this business, and this business, and so on. Like I've been in a lot of businesses, and some businesses I just let go. Like I wasn't getting anywhere, and I just forgot about the business because I wasn't getting anywhere, right? But a lot of these businesses, especially like if it's like a legal business or to like a um, life insurance kind of business, it's like you're paying like 140 or $60, right? So I've done that twice and I didn't last more than 3 months. I probably, in this case, I didn't even last like maybe 2 months. And so I wasted $400 in those businesses thinking that I'm going to be successful. So you guys need to know that it's okay to say no to your friends or anybody that comes up to you that maybe you don't know. It's okay to say no. Do your research, look into it, look at the compensation plan, because my mistake is saying, oh, they got good products, I'm going to join, and then find out that the compensation plan in some of these businesses are poor. So do your research, look into it, find out if it's a pyramid scheme. You might have to do a bit of digging. I know it's hard to do some digging. I'm not the type of person that likes to knock down a certain business, because I mean, I can go on YouTube and I can find a lot of negative crap about Amway. I can find a lot of negative crap about Young Living. I can even find a lot of crap about Avon. You know, there's always going to be nasty, snobby, stuck up people that have got something to bitch and complain about. Forgive my French. I'm a Christian. I shouldn't have said that. But I'm just putting it out there. Forgive me, Lord. But anyway, I'm serious. I'm sorry for putting that out there. That's not very Christian of me, but that's the best expression I can put it out there. There's a lot of people that will put stuff out on Facebook complaining about this, YouTube, I mean, complaining about this, complaining about that, knocking this down, knocking that down. There's even other Christians out there that is knocking certain people down, churches down, pastors down, preachers down, saying that they're false prophets. It's sickening. But when you have to do your research about a business, you have to do your research. So be careful what you listen to, because there's a lot of naysayers out there, even on here on YouTube, that will complain and whine and scamble. That's the word I probably should have used. Anyway, I got some repenting to do, and I ask that you guys forgive me too, because that wasn't very good in representing to you guys. So forgive me. Some of these things make me angry, and I need to control that. But anyway, so that's what I want to say is before you decide about joining a business, make sure you find a business. I know for me, I've been from business to business to business to business to business to business, and I haven't really had success. So one didn't work, so I joined another one. That didn't work, I joined another one, and so on and so on and so on. So, and that's I think it's in a way it's fine, because like when I joined Young Living, it was free. So that was fine for me. It was free. I'm in. Once I love the products, I'm getting the starter kit. So really think about what you want to do. I mean, every business that you do takes work. Your money does not come on a silver platter. It does not come on while you're sitting on your couch twiddling your fingers and browsing on Facebook all day. And I mean, don't get me wrong, you can do your business on social media. I do my business on social media, especially now during the COVID. I do my videos on social media. I do it on YouTube. The ones that I'm allowed to do on YouTube, some I'm not allowed to do on YouTube, but that's okay. But I do my business on social media. And, you know, so, but if you're just wasting your time scrolling through your Facebook friends list, seeing what everybody's got to complain about and all these negative things, you are wasting your time. You are not putting in anything for a single dollar in a day. So you've got to do your job. And while you're out and about, hey, I know where it's hard right now when we're in COVID, but I was like, hey, I'd like to give you my catalog. Here we go. Oh, keep my face with here. And then hand it to them, right? Because we got to be careful when we're in COVID, right? We can't get too close to people. But that's my aim, is that when I'm out and about, and I'm only going out when I need to, and again, like, if I wish I had Spectre Gadget arms, I can like reach without getting my face too close. But I'm like, here's a book for you. Take it, look at it. If you don't like it, pass it on, right? And we'll have our masks on, but I'm not about to put myself in that much danger. So if I'm out and I feel like giving a book out, here's a book for you. take it, like I just said. So before you invest in a business, think about it. And here's the problem too. I'm in business, my friends in business, my other friends in business, my other friends in business, my other friends in business. I've left the business and joined another business. They left the business and joined another business. And then to get success, you got to talk to all your friends, and that's the problem because when you're doing your own business, I mean, it's different if I'm not doing a business right now. Then I might be more willing to take a look at their business and check it out. But what really frustrates me is I'm not cutting this person out. I don't even really say she's my friend anymore. And I'm not saying any names because I'm not about the gossip. But she tried to get me out of Young Living. And I'm not talking about the other person either. This is like a year ago. So this is a year ago. She's like, "You're not making money on this company. You join this one and you'll be guaranteed to make money." That's manipulation, you guys. I mean, we got to choose our business and we got to stick with it because, to be honest, it takes 5 years to find success. So make sure that you don't go investing in all these businesses and wasting money because it happened to me, and I lost a lot of money by joining all of these businesses that I was pressured to join, and some businesses that I invested on my own that did not work out for me. But that's not the point. I could have stayed with those businesses, but I think for me, Young Living is my business. It's where I'm staying. Nobody's taking me away from it. That is my thing. I love essential oils. They have changed my life. Glory to God, and God gets the glory. Nobody's taking me away from Young Living. And I'm doing another business too right now. But we're gonna see how that goes. And I have 90 days. If it doesn't work, I can put a request in. I'm leaving. I'll get my money back. But not a lot of businesses do that. So before you join a business, before your friend asks you to join their business, think about it really, really strong. Do not let anybody put a time limit on you. If you're a believer and you say, I got to pray about it, don't let anybody put a time limit on you. You go with God, or if you're not a Christian, you just think about it. Think about the pros and cons. Think about it. And if you do not deny, if your friend or whoever's introducing the business to you is being pushy and trying to get you to, like, they're bugging you a lot to join it, then be honest with that. Don't deny it. That's the thing that we get into a lot of trouble by denial. So make sure that you don't waste all that kind of money like I did because it's a biggest deep rooted regret. And you guys, once we waste that money, we cannot get it back. So make sure, make sure that you put your money in a place that is going to benefit you, not your friends, not your colleagues, for you. And if you have a business and somebody else is trying to get you to go somewhere else, you stick to your business. All right. And like I said, before I close, the problem is that everybody's always coming to you with their business opportunities, and you're already in business. It's like, I'm already in business, you guys. Don't you dare come and tell me that your business is better than mine, you know? And this business that I just joined, I'm not regretting joining it either. But I thought I'm keeping the other one because it's good. Um, Honestly, I'm not really making a lot right now. So I thought I'll join this other one to see if I do anything, but I'm not leaving Young Living. No, 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 no way. Not happening. No way, Jose. So, so, and my friend over there agrees with me. Yeah. So that's the problem with businesses is that you join the business and then your friends are coming to you on all angles, different friends wanting to bring you into their businesses. So stick to one business. I've learned a lesson to I've learned the hard way. I went from business to business, but stick to one business, give it a few years, and then if it doesn't work, then you can try something else. But I mean, it doesn't matter about the compensation plan because really, if you're not making money, it's because you're not off your rear doing the hard work. All right. But before you think of joining a business, if it's not working and you start to build a team and you start to build clientele, think about it. A lot of people do that. They build downline team members to join the business with them, and they build customers, and then things don't work out for them, and then they quit. And guess what? All of their team members and all of their customers go to their upline. So think about that before you join a business. Okay, think about where you're going to put your money. Don't waste your money like I did. I made that mistake. And it's really hard to get over, you guys. And that's where I've been hurt in business. It's a lovely thing, it's a cool thing. It can be kind of a bit of a ripoff sometimes with the compensation plan sometimes, but you know, you will really get leverage if you really work hard at it and stick to one business. So that's it. Um, and it's not, I want to quickly verify something. It's not the business, it's not Young Living, it's not Amway, it's not Legal Shield, it's not Avon, it's not Sensi or 31. It's not the exact business that's making these mistakes. It's the people in the business that are making these mistakes because they start to get busy with their, or they start to get bossy with their downline, and they start to get pushy with their downline, and the next thing you know, half of their team is falling off because of that. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm not cutting up the people who own these businesses. However, some of these businesses can be pyramid scheme. So you got to watch that too. So anyway, that is my story and I'm sticking to it, you guys. But I'm really hoping I taught you something. I really hope that I opened your eyes because for myself, I really got sick and tired of this. And it's time for me to put my foot down. And, I mean, if somebody brings me, I can't speak today. If someone brings to my attention that they have a new business and they want me to check it out, I'll check it out. But if I'm already in business, it's a fat chance for me to even join because I mean, I'm already in two businesses right now, right? It's a fat chance for me to even join a business, another business, or leave my businesses to go to theirs. And that's the mistake everybody makes. If you know someone's in business, leave them alone. Seriously, leave them alone. Respect that. Go find somebody else to join your business, right? I mean, if I came up to my friend Melissa over there who's doing a, I don't know, Sensi business or whatever business, right? And I was like, my business is not working out for me very well. I've been there for a few years. I tried everything and I'm not making anything. Then she might say, well, you know, why don't you take a look at mine? I'm not going to bug you about it. Just something to think about, right? There's no pushiness in that at all. So, y'all have a good day. I hope I taught you something. Hope you learned something. And I will have to learn not to dish out those nasty words because it's not good coming from a Christian. So, please forgive me. I know that makes me look like a phony. I'm really not, but that's up for your discretion, your judgment. You judge away if you must. But I do apologize for that. And I know I had to do some repenting for that. So please forgive me for being so real that I slipped it out. Please, you guys. Anyway, God bless. Hope you guys learned something valuable today. And I will be back for more videos in the future. Ta ta.